Hi, every mother in the house. Do you agree with me that every mother's time is not her own? If yes, then please come in, join me. Let's discuss these five beautiful sacrifices that every mom makes. Hello, guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Lovelyn, and you're watching Love and Kids World. So, in today's video, I'll be discussing with you five beautiful sacrifices every moms make. And before I go detailing, I would like to appreciate all those who have been supporting me, my old subscribers. I thank you guys so much for the constant love and support. And as I said, if this is your first time, a very special welcome to you. And you feel free to join this family by clicking on the red subscribe button below this video. Hello, hello, hello. I see one person joining me. Let me know where you are joining me from and let me know who you are. Drop a comment in the comment section so I can know who I'm here with. Welcome, welcome everyone. So today I'm here for us all to discuss all the mothers, invite them to come. Let's discuss these five beautiful sacrifices every mom makes. So welcome, welcome everyone. While I wait for more people to join, I'll go ahead and share the link for more people to join. 237 community. Welcome, welcome, my dear. I see you. Nice to see you. Just a minute, let me share. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. So I'm just going to to pin the link so that if anybody wants to join me and discuss her experience of being a mom, I really appreciate if you can join me. Let me just pin the link. That's okay. All right. Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you guys again. Happy Thursday to everyone who will be joining this live stream. As I said, if you join this live stream, make sure you share so others can join. So today we are discussing five beautiful sacrifices of being a mom. Yeah, so invite all the mothers to come in. Let's discuss. Yeah, before I go into sharing with you these five beautiful sacrifices, I would like to share my experience, what I had like in December. A friend of ours gave me some uh, gift cards to go to any restaurant, about three restaurants in our town where I live. And I decided, hello, oh, Brewmaster, welcome, welcome. Brewmaster family, welcome, nice to see you. Yeah, so I'm here to discuss five beautiful sacrifices of being a mother. So I want to share my experience. One thing that I did, that the sacrifice I did with my son just some months back. A friend of ours gave us some coupons, some gift cards rather, to go out to any restaurant in town. And so I got up one day. I asked my son, like my oldest son, I gave him two options of two restaurants we can go. And deep in my heart, I had one restaurant that I was really much interested to go because I love their food. And as I gave my son those two options, he chose the other option that I did not like. But as a mom, I was kind of like almost like getting not happy, but I just had to put on a beautiful smile because those are the sacrifices that we mom we make to our children. So I had to drove us all to that restaurant that he chose, and everything went well that day. And that reminds me of how mothers can go that extra mile, or they can sacrifice their needs in order to please their kids. So today I have five beautiful sacrifices that I'll be explaining with you guys that I think every mom is experiencing. So please make sure you share this video as you join. Drop a comment, let me know what you think about this topic. And if you can join me on the link I just shared, you can also join me and share some of your experiences as or the sacrifices you made as a mom as well. So the first sacrifice we make as mom is our bodies. And I think if you are a mother, whether you are a mother who has bear children or like adopted a child, you bear with me that there are some sacrifices that you have made for your body. For example, if you are a mother who have carried children or carried pregnant and you breastfeed, you able to agree with me that pregnancy and breastfeeding, like, they leave you with some scars or some marks that each time when you stand in the mirror, you look at yourself, those scars will always remind you of the things that you've been through that pregnancy, and all the stretch marks, the sagging skin, So that's a sacrifice that mothers will do. We sacrifice our bodies for our children. Of course, if you carry a child in your tummy for 9 months, life in your tummy for 9 months, what do you expect? You definitely have those changes in your body. At some point, we feel like we need to do something to change them, or but we just have to accept, because they serve as a reminder for us to always remember that beautiful moment, the time, how cozy you were when you hold that baby in your arms for the very first time. That's a big sacrifice there that mothers make for their children. Another sacrifice is our sleep. I don't know who can relate with me with this point here. As a mother, sacrifice a lot. We sacrifice our sleep a lot. Because I, for one, I cannot remember the last time I had like 8 good hours sleep. Like, my case is just something else. Like, I can't remember the time I really have that 8 hours good hours sleep, as I just said, because having children, you have a lot of interruption. And as a young mom or a first time mom, when you are pregnant, you hear all the stories from all the experienced mom. They'll tell you that when you have your baby, the first 3 months you'll not be able to sleep. And I had that experience too, because when I had my first child, I used to put the baby in the baby's cot, and I would be so worried like the baby might choke. So I was not really having that constant sleep, that deep sleep at that early stage. But of course, I just recently read a study that shows that mothers, like, you can really have maybe a peaceful sleep when your child is at least 6 years old. And I still relate with that as well, and I really agree with that article, because I have my two older sons. I have my first son, who is 11 years old, and I have my daughter who's 7. I can't remember the time that they wake me up at night for anything, because they are now kind of independent. They do their things by themselves. They get up at night, they go to the washroom, except they are not feeling well at night. That's the only time they can interrupt my sleep. But my 5-year-old son, I still have to wake up at night to check on him, to see if, like, to get him up to go use the bathroom, or to check if he's sleeping over, he's covering himself well. So I really agree that at, at least 6 years, that's the time that a mom can really have some cool sleep. As for my case, I'm still not having that cool sleep, because I still have a 5-year-old son and a 1-year-old baby. So that is a lot of sacrifice that I am making at this point. Downtown Info. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So do you agree with mothers making lots of sacrifices? As I just explained, 2 sacrifices here. We sacrifice our bodies. That's the first point I've explained. And we also sacrifice our sleep. Do you agree with that? As a father, you should understand those sacrifices. Do you agree that mothers, they sacrifice their bodies because of their children? Do you agree that mothers sacrifice their sleep because of their children? Yes, those are the beautiful sacrifices that we make. That we need to have that positive mindset to not to look at it as something that we really miss that much, even though it is not really hurting on our body to not have that enough sleep, but we should still have that positive mind to see that this is a good sacrifice because we are doing that because we love our children. Then the third sacrifice is our time. I said, as a mother's time is never her own. How many times have we decide to just have that quiet time, or maybe in the evening that you prepare your kids to go to sleep and you think that that's the time you have to sit and have some good discussion with your husband, or just lie on the couch and just watch a movie, and you see here the kids coming in, mommy, mommy, I need to drink water, mommy, mommy, my head is this, my this is that. That is how our mothers sacrifice their time. You don't have your own time, that's your own me time. How many times you've had plans to even go out with your friends, out of a sudden you had to give up that time because maybe your child is sick, you have to be rushing to the hospital. So those are the sacrifices that mothers make, and I think we should be grateful for them, for those sacrifices, because we do them because of our children. We put our children's needs first. We need to please them because we are the one who brought them into this world. So we have to sacrifice for them. Yes, so we sacrifice our time, then we sacrifice our bodies, we sacrifice our sleep, we also sacrifice then the fourth one is we sacrifice our favorite foods. I, for one, my husband know I love like pepper soup okra. I sacrifice that because I don't prepare it anymore in my house because I want to please my husband, I want to please my kids. You know, that is a huge sacrifice for me. And that was something I believe that to me is very healthy. Talkman TV. Hi, sweetie. Hello, welcome. Nice to see you. Yeah, so today I'm discussing 5 beautiful sacrifices every mom makes as a result of being a mother. And I started by explaining the first sacrifice, which was the first sacrifice, it will sacrifice our bodies. If Torment, if you are a married man or you have a wife, you understand that a lot of changes, women go through a lot of changes when they are pregnant and they breastfeed their kids. Some women, they have those changes, they leave some marks that we always remind us when we stand in the mirror to look at our bodies. If you have been a mother that you have breastfeed a child, or you have, you've not bear a child or carry a child in their tummy, you still have those sacrifices that you make. If you are having an adopted child, you still have that time that you need to sacrifice for that child, especially when the child is sick. Can you remember the time you sit with the child at emergency on your laps, and just because the child is not feeling well and maybe you are pressed to go to the bathroom, but you still sacrifice to hold the baby because you want that baby to be comfortable, or maybe that's the little time that child has to sleep. Don't have wife yet, but have girlfriend. Okay. Yeah. So we are just discussing the sacrifices that moms make for their children. Like we sacrifice our body, as I'm explaining. We have a lot of changes on our bodies that sometimes we feel like not comfortable with them, but they should be as a reminder that we've carried a life in our tummy for 9 months, and it is a blessing, a gift from God that we have to be grateful for. So we should have a positive mindset to accept those changes in our body. Yeah. So we also sacrifice our sleep. I also explained that as a mom, you sacrifice your sleep all right up to 6 years old. Yeah, I know as a first mom, people always think that maybe you sacrifice your sleep maybe just for 3 months or 6 months or 1 year, but just believe me that you have to sacrifice up to 6 years. I am talking from experience because I have a 7-year-old daughter and a 11 months, sorry, 11 years old son. And I can believe, trust me, that from 6 years when my daughter turned 6, I was still checking on her. But when she just turned 7, I don't remember the time I checked on her at night to see if she's sleeping well or not. And my son, same thing, my 11-year-old son. So I believe in that article that you have to lose that sleep up to 6 years. And of course, within that time from 6 to maybe 13, you are kind of having some peaceful sleep. But after 13, when that child is turning a teenager again, you still have that, you're still losing that sleep because you worry about that child. But at that point, which I just encourage all parents to know that at that stage, you should not be too worried because our kids at that stage, because teenagers are always like behaving different, but I think that's the time they're trying to find their ways or making their wings to fly, and we don't have to be too worried about them at that stage. Yeah. So also sacrifice our food. I just explained the first experience in December that I took my son. I gave two options to my son for two restaurants, and he chose just one restaurant. I did not really like their food, but I had to go with the option that he chose because just to please him. So I sacrificed the restaurant that I loved to eat their food in order to please my son. So our kids make us to sacrifice so many things, our food, and sometimes even at home, you really love to prepare something for yourself, but just because you know that your kids will not be able to eat that, you just feel like it's not worthy to prepare two meals. It's kind of tiring, so you just go with the flow. The kids to prepare what they like. And sometimes even we eat some vegetables, not that we really like, but just because we want to encourage them to eat vegetables as well. So that's a lot of sacrifice in the sight of a mom. Then the fifth sacrifice is our future. Yes, I think that have being a mother, there's a lot of sacrifices that you make, like the time you needed to maybe take up a course or to do a course online or something, but just because you have that your children, you see like it's not difficult, it's not easy to do. Like some women kind of just discourage because they have the child, they cannot do it. I know, but it's still doable. But you should know that it is a lot of women who cannot do that are kind of sacrificing their future for their children. Yeah, I know so many women who would say, no, I'm not going to work. I have to stay at home with my children. That's a mother sacrificing the future for the sake of the child. So those are the five sacrifices every mom makes to for their children. I'll just wait for more people to join before I continue talking. I share the five sacrifices we make us again with them. Yes, I'll still go back to discuss the points I've already explained. Like the first sacrifice was our bodies, and as I was saying that moms they sacrifice their bodies during pregnancy and breastfeeding because these two things they end up leaving them with some marks on their body, maybe sagging skin or stretch marks. And I think each time we stand in the mirror, this reminds us of that moment, that time that we were pregnant and you breastfeed your child. And I also want to say it should be a positive way, or we should look at that in a positive way, because at some point we feel threatened or feel discouraged because we have those stretch marks on our body, or we've gained weight because of your childbirth. We should, it's a sacrifice, which is a beautiful one. Learning with Richie. Hey, 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 Richie, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Nice to see you, bro. Yes, today we are discussing some sacrifices that moms make. Sorry, guys, let me take off this. Yes, I'm discussing some 5 sacrifices that every month makes as a result of childbirth. And I start by explaining the first sacrifice is our bodies. I think you can understand if you are a man who has a wife who has gone through pregnancy and breastfeeding, you bear with me that that woman must have experienced or have had some changes on her body. Either the person has gained weight or the person has some stretch marks or having some bodies like sagging some parts of the body, maybe the breast, as a result of childbirth. And I think that it's a beautiful sacrifice that we should accept it with an open mind, with a positive mindset, in the sense that uh, sometimes those are you should be reminded when you stand in front of the mirror, when you look at those changes, you should look at them and put on a smile on your face, because you've carried a life in your tummy for 9 months, and it is a blessing. Just remember that beautiful, that the first time you give that hug to that baby, if you remember all those beautiful moments, you not even have time to look at those changes on your body. Yeah. I'm not saying that if you gain weight after childbirth, you should just let your body like that. I think it should not be. I'm trying to say that you should not look at that in a negative way or like hating your body, because it's a sacrifice, of course, and you do that because of your child. Oh, the baby is up. Yeah, that's a huge sacrifice that you've had there for your child, and you should be happy about it. Then the second sacrifice is our sleep, even our time. See, that's the baby now interrupting me. I'm here trying to do something, but she's already up. So let me grab the baby, guys. Mommy's life. Oh my God. Hi, boss lady. Welcome. Welcome, sister. Nice to see you. Yes. Oh my God, don't stop this live stream. I'm here with my co-host. Say hello. What has she done now? She touched the computer. Now I can't see the chats anymore. Oh my God. Hey. Oh, this girl has done something, guys. Okay, yeah, the comments are back. Yes, hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, today we are discussing the sacrifices every mom makes as being a mom. So, I was discussing, I have 5 sacrifices. We sacrifice our bodies, we sacrifice our time, we sacrifice our food, we sacrifice our future. So I started by explaining the sacrifice, we sacrifice our sleep as well. So the first sacrifice I was explaining was we sacrifice our bodies, which I was saying that going through pregnancy and breastfeeding is a lot that we leave our bodies with those marks. Like can have those stretch marks, you have those sagging parts of the body, and you have even some people gain weight. And I was saying we should accept those changes with a positive mindset. But no, sometimes we feel so worried about changing those marks on our body. But if we have to just bear in mind that those is a sacrifice we are making because we brought a soul into this world, a life into this world, we will not at least we'll be doing the changes or trying to make the changes on those marks, but in a positive way. Will not be like being regretting that your body is like this. Your skin, you have the stretch marks, you gain the weight. It should be like we should accept those things and do the changes in a positive way and not being too hard on our bodies. Interesting to look at it from a positive point of view. Yeah, my God, don't talk about sleep. I can't remember the last time like I used sleep before. Almost 2 years now. That sacrifice is huge. Exactly. That's a man talking. So it's a lot of sacrifice because I read an article, Jude, learning with Richie, and the article was like saying that mom should expect like sleep deprivation up to 6 years. And I really agree with that article because I have an 11-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter. I cannot remember when they wake me up at night to do something for them, right? But my 5-year-old son and my baby, they are the ones who are keeping me awake. And that is really true. So after 6 years, at least you have that peaceful sleep, or you can have at least 8 hours sleep because you can be able to just leave them, they watch their TV, and you can have some deep 8 hours sleep when the child is about 6 or 7 years upward. Then I still understand that when the child is almost as a teenager, we mothers or we parents we are still losing sleep, right? Because we worry about their life. But we should still accept that in a positive way because those kids at that point they are trying to make their way. They're trying to make their life. Jack, Jack from Pittsburgh, welcome. Nice to see you. Yeah. So the second sacrifice is the sleep, as I also explained before that we lose a lot of sleep. Yeah, the first one was that our bodies, and then the second one is the sleep. You don't have enough sleep because even sometimes in the evening, you even prepare the kids and you say, you guys go to bed. You thinking that you have your me time, you're still not able to have that time with your husband. Because even when you say that they should go to sleep, they'll still go, mommy, coming for water or coming for something else. Yeah. So we also sacrifice our food. I for one, I love okra soup because it's like I just believe it's just a vegetable kind of soup for me. But my husband doesn't like plain okra. If you don't put like a goosey in his okra, he will not like to eat. My kids don't even like okra, but so that just tend to discourage me to even prepare okra in my house. And it's a huge sacrifice for me as a mom. Yeah, we sacrifice even our food because we want to please them. And we should do that in a positive and a happy way. You should be cooking that food even though you don't really like it, or you should have that happy, that joy in your heart that at least 4 or 5 people in your house are enjoying this food. Yeah, so we sacrifice our food as well. I also explained a situation when I had in December. A friend of mine gave me some gift cards that I can use in any restaurant in town. So I got up one day, I asked my first son, I gave him 2 options of restaurants to choose for us to go. In my mind, I had one restaurant that I really love their food. But when I gave him those 2 options, he chose by the other restaurant, and I was like, you know. But I did not even prove to him that I'm not happy, you know. That was a sacrifice because I know where I'm going. I'm not really gonna enjoy their food. But my son was going there, like I had to drove him there just to please him, right? So that's another sacrifice that we make as mothers. We sacrifice our the kind of food that we love to eat, you know, or we do sometimes eat even some vegetables, not that it's really like, you know, but just to show the kids that it's good for them to eat. Yeah. As an old, I would like to send you some products for free for you to review on your channel. What kind of products are you talking about, Jack? Oh, this girl just okay. Let me give you this. What kind of what kind of products are you talking about, and how can you send them to me? You are absolutely right. Very good point. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Just give me a minute. Let me put this girl there on her jumper. So, I'm sorry, guys. I just have to put something on the TV for her to watch. So have some time. Let me put the cocoa melon. This is still part of the sacrifice, guys. I'm sorry about that. I have to sacrifice my YouTube live stream to please this little girl here. That's still, oh my, they are saying bye already. Well, that's okay, boss lady. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Beauty products. I work for a company that makes makeup from animal feces, 100% eco-friendly. Would you like to try it? I would love to try, but how are you gonna send them to me? That's where the problem is now, Jack. I don't know if the live stream is even kind of dark. Yeah, so we're discussing the sacrifices we make as being a mom, and I read a comment from my brother there who's a man, and he's having that same sacrifice too. We sacrifice our sleep. Oh, this girl is we sacrifice our sleep a lot. As I was saying, I can't remember the time I really have some 8 hours deep sleep for myself, and that's just the sacrifice of being a mother. And we do all that for our children to make them happy, you know, because we brought them into this world, we have to do everything to make them happy. Do you know Joe? My God. I know so many Joes. Which of the Joe are you talking about? I don't know. Joe who? I know so many Joes. So we sacrifice our future as well. I'll talk for my Joe Mama. I don't know Joe Mama. Who is Joe Mama? I don't know that name. Sorry. Oh my, you're distracting me. Anyways, I'm saying that we sacrificed even our future. I'll talk from my own experience. Yeah, when I came to since I came to Canada, I've been in Canada for over 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, almost 8 years. And it was just 2 years ago that I decided to do an online course, which was it took a great toll on me because it was just too much. And like it took me that long to do to go to school because I was having my babies. When I came to Canada with my already due pregnancy. I gave birth 2 weeks after I landed in Canada. After that, 2 years after I have another baby, so I was kind of like, it's having those kids was like a sacrifice to me, because which I am so happy for that. I am not regretting in any way. So like, people sacrifice a lot for their future, because if I never had children in Canada, if I came to Canada with no child, I don't even imagine where I'll be today. Maybe I've gone to school, or maybe I've been in a big position, but I sacrifice my future for my children, which I am still happy for them, because they see. I remember my son came back from school, my first term holiday, and he came with a letter that he wrote. Like, they asked them to write a letter about their parents. What my son wrote about me was so heartwarming, because sometimes we think we do all those sacrifices our children don't see, but they see a lot. They watch us a lot. Believe me. So when my son wrote about me, I was so happy. Like, at his age, just 10 years, he's already seeing what mom is doing. He can see the sacrifice that mom is making because of them, and acknowledging that. And I was like so happy, you know. So we do a lot of sacrifice for our future because of our children, and we still have to accept that in a very positive way. So we sacrifice our future, we sacrifice our time. Sometimes you need just your me time, but you still can't have that time. Even when you prepare them to go to bed, to say, okay, guys, go to bed, let me just have that time, or just to sit and relax on your couch, or to sit and have a chat with your husband, they still come. Mommy, I need to drink water. They keep interrupting you. You sometimes you just need to sit and watch maybe a movie. I can't remember the time I really sit and watch a movie on the TV, because my kids are like, they just take charge of the TV. I don't even have time to really sit and watch any movie of my own. And it's a huge sacrifice on my own part, which I don't regret it. Guys, I have to make this get focus. If not, yes. Oh my God. I just have to wait for more people to join, guys. I am so, so sorry. My girl is just messing up my video today. Jack from Pittsburgh. Is Jack still here? I don't know. You are still here, Jack. Oh my. Sorry about that. I don't know Joe, and I don't mind trying the products you're talking about. And yeah. So if you know me personally, because I don't know, you just meet somebody on live stream like proposing to try the person to come and try your product. If you know me personally, you can send me a message on my messenger, or you check me out on Instagram. Still love and keto on Instagram. So you can send a message through that means and I'll be able to connect with you. Yeah, so guys, those are the 5 sacrifices. I know there's a lot more. I just pick up these 5 because I know those are the huge that is affecting so many mothers out there. Not only mothers. I was surprised when my brother talk about sacrificing sleep on his own part. I know that for sleep is a mother and father something, because if your child is crying at night, I don't think the father can really have a good sleep as well. So we sacrifice the sleep. Both parents sacrifice the sleep. And I remember when I had my first baby, I was thinking that I'll just, because when the child was still maybe 1 month, two, no, 1 week, 2 weeks, I was so worried to put the baby in his couch and baby's cot rather, because I was so worried that the child would choke. So I was always awake to check if the baby is okay, and I was not able to have a good sleep. And then I was thinking maybe when the baby will be like 1 year old, I'll be having some good sleep. But no, 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 even up to 6 years. Thank you, Kiki. Welcome, darling. Nice to see you. Yeah, so I know you are going to be a would-be mother. You're a would-be mother. You are not a mother yet, but I'm here just discussing the sacrifices we mom we make as a result of having our children. And I've explained 5 sacrifices here. We sacrifice our bodies, we sacrifice our time, we sacrifice our sleep, we sacrifice our favorite food that we like. We also sacrifice our future. So I was explaining all the 5 points here, and I explained the first part, like the first point being sacrificing our bodies. When you have a baby, you just going through that pregnancy and breastfeeding comes with a lot of scars that they you have them on you, and each time you stand in the mirror, you are reminded of that time, those scars always remind you of that moment that you had your pregnancy, you were pregnant, you breastfeeding your baby. And sometimes we feel like we are not comfortable looking at them, or feeling that feeling bad, or like being so hard on our bodies, because we see all those changes, we see all the stretch marks, we see all the sagging breasts and all those things. I am here just to say that's a huge sacrifice that we make as a result of having our babies, and we should be happy about that. Accept those changes. I know, like, if you had a baby and you gained too much weight, you should not kill yourself. You just accept it, you know, and just approach it in a positive way. Like, try to lose weight in a positive way. Not, can you watch that? Watch Coco Melon. Yeah, that's another sacrifice here. I'm sacrificing my video because of this girl. She's been messing up the video, but I am still happy about that. So mothers go through a lot. We sacrifice a lot. Not only mothers, as I said, we sacrifice our sleep. I said since I started having my kids like 11 years ago, I have not had a good sleep. To be honest, I don't remember when I've had like eight good deep sleep, like 8 hours deep sleep like that, you know. And it's a sacrifice that all mothers make, even fathers. One of my brother also said here that he can, for 2 years now, he has not been able to have a good sleep. And that is just the sacrifice that we make as parents to our children. Yeah. We should have that positive mindset. At some point when you feel like you've done all your best with your children, like if you maybe you need your me time and you've done everything, you ask your children to go to bed and you still hear them coming, mommy, can I have water to drink? You just feel like just sometimes those constant demands make us to feel like kind of resentful, which we have to try to stop. We should not consider it that way. We should not look it that way. We should accept those demands and the sacrifice we make for them in a positive way. And the third sacrifice was our time, as I said. Yeah, how many times do you really have that time? You wanted to have that me time, and the kids they keep coming. Even after you've done everything to them, and you think that you need to have that time of your own, and they still come in to interrupt. So that is a huge sacrifice that we make for our children, and we do that because we love them. We sacrifice our food, we sacrifice our future, our favorite food. I also explained here that I love plain okra. It's just like a vegetable soup for me, but my family they don't like okra. The worst is when it's plain okra. My husband doesn't like to eat that, and it's a huge sacrifice for me because that is something I love. Like, especially when I'm pregnant, I love to eat okra like almost every day, but I still can't really do that because you cannot be preparing food that you eat all by yourself. So it's a huge sacrifice for me not to cook okra in my house just because I want to please my other kids. And sometimes we eat some vegetable just to encourage them to eat as well, but not that really like, oh, there are other options that you can eat that are healthy, but we choose to eat some vegetables sometimes just to make the kids to love to eat those vegetables. That is a sacrifice that you are making. And the sacrifice of our future. We sacrifice our future in so many ways. Like, there are things that you can even do with your friends, you can't even do anymore. And I believe that if you can approach in a positive way, that all what we sacrifice, you're not able to go to school, you're not able to really attend some wedding or some things that you're supposed to do or hang out with your friends, you should accept them in a positive way, because tomorrow you will look at them. Because as the time goes by so fast, sometimes you look at those kids and now you attending weddings with them. You don't really have that time to focus on your future. You're more focused. Your focus is more on your family, and it's a huge sacrifice. As I've seen so many women who are not able to pursue their career because of their families, and it's a huge sacrifice for them. Yeah, because the moment there's a certain time that you need to really go to school, once once you don't go to school, that time is becomes so difficult for you to go to school. So it's a sacrifice, and we have to accept it. I, for one, I explained to my own self that I came to Canada 7 years ago, almost close to 8 years. I came with a huge pregnancy, and I gave birth 2 weeks after I landed in Canada. And yeah, looking at me at then, if I came to Canada with no strings attached, with all those things around me, I would have gone to school. Maybe I've been having some good position somewhere. But I had to sacrifice that because of them. And I'm not regretting in any way. Yeah, what I do now, I am still happy with them. And I really appreciate when my kids acknowledge that mommy, they do a lot, and it's a lot of sacrifice for them, because all these things will end up to be like memories. Like, they will sit one day and say, oh, my mom could not do this because she was doing this to us. My dad could not do it because he was doing this to us. Like, they end up to be like some beautiful memories that we should always appreciate those sacrifices that we make for them. Yeah, so those are the 5 points I came to explain for us all parents, not only mothers, of course, because kids take our time, not just mothers' time, they take that time as well. Especially Like I, for one, when I'm working, it's my husband who's doing everything at home. You know, even when he's trying to have that nap, he cannot have because of the kids. He has to sacrifice to prepare some meals that even himself he doesn't like to eat, but he has to prepare just for the sake of the kids. So that's a lot of sacrifice there, and we have to do it with an open mind, with a positive mind, and believe that the days ahead will be beautiful. And praying that our children should acknowledge those sacrifices and be better children in future. Even though we sacrifice like our future or our education and other things, they should make us proud, and they can only make us proud when we accept or we do those sacrifices in a happy way. You know, if your child knows that mommy likes this restaurant and she's deciding to go to my restaurant is because mommy loves me, they'll know that's a huge sacrifice that mommy is making right there, and it's because of them. And for a good child, they'll always remember those moments. I sometimes at my workplace, I came, one man came to visit his mom, and he was just telling us a story how just recalling the beautiful memories they had with their mom, you know. And it's a great way to, and the mom was just sitting there and listening and just smiling, right? She could not really talk well then, but she could still hear the stories. Like the son was just explaining their life, just bringing back memories to the mom, and the mom was like kind of just smiling, which is good, you know. So that was the guy was explaining like the things that the mom did to them, the sacrifices that he made, and they are so happy to see her still alive, just boosting his mom, and the mom was so happy, and it's a great way to for parents to do those sacrifices with an open mind so that the kids will know that we do it with an open mind, with a happy mind, and they'll always recall those moments and share with us again when we are older. Okay. We've been okay almost 1 hour, so yeah. Yeah, so those are the five sacrifice. I know we do a lot of sacrifice for our children. Not just those five sacrifices that I've mentioned there. And the thing is, we should do it with an open mind, do it freely, do it, and we pray our children should recognize those sacrifices and be better children tomorrow, and be successful children tomorrow, so that our sacrifices will not go in vain, because we do them with a free mind, do them happily. So they should acknowledge that we are doing them, do all those things for them. Yeah, sometimes my son, they'll come and touch my mom. Oh, mommy, how is your tummy big like that? Like, I'll explain to them, because it's because of you. Because I carry four of you in my tummy, and they'll just like, that's right, that's true. You know, we should make those sacrifices and let them know that is because of them that we do all those things. With that, they'll really know that mom did this because of us, and they'll be able to, even when they want to make some moves, they'll always think of those moments. Can you watch Coco Melon? Guys, this I'm having a lot of sacrifice today from this girl. Yes, this live stream today is just something else. It's been a horrible morning, and I don't mind. I really appreciate those who are stopping by to just say hi to me, Yeah, whatever it is, that is it for the day. So I just want this to be an hour and I'll be off here to other things. I don't know if somebody can share this live stream so more people can come in. I'll appreciate if you are here and you have a community, you can share me out so more people can join, guys. I also explained that the sacrifice of our body is not only for mothers who have like actually carried babies in their womb for 9 months. Even you are not the biological mother of that child, you still have to go through a lot of sacrifice. Like even you adopt a child, you still go through all those sacrifices that I'm explaining here. It's not just parents who have actually carried babies in their womb. You know, just think of like a foster parent or a mother who adopt a child. That child will still be sick, right? Just remember the time you have to go maybe to an emergency, you have to be running up and down, helter skelter with the baby sick in your arms, and maybe a child, maybe about 6, 7 years, you still have to carry the baby on your arm, sitting in an emergency room waiting for the doctor. Just think at those moments that you still have the pain, your legs are sore, that you carry the baby on your laps, and maybe you are there sitting there and you are being pressed maybe to use the bathroom, but you are not able to do it because of the baby. So it's not only mothers who have actually carried babies in their homes who go through all this sacrifice. As a mom, either biological or not, you still have go through these sacrifices. And those sacrifices too are they end up to be like memories, because I also remember the time when my mom, I was sick and my mom was sleeping in the hospital with me on the sick bed. That was a sacrifice. Like, how hospital beds are always like tiny back home, or she was sleeping on the floor. That was a sacrifice she was doing there for me. And to me, I always remember that. I don't forget that moment. And it's a beautiful memory for me. And that's why I say you have to always share those sacrifices or make those sacrifices happily, because our children will never forget those times, but it serves as memories to them. So to end this live stream, I would like to ask all parents to ask your child to or ask your child that when someone makes a sacrifice for them, how do they feel? That's a question we should ask our children. Ask them that when somebody makes a sacrifice to them, how do they feel? Because all these sacrifices that we make is like a lesson to them as well. So ask them those questions to just like to prick their mind to know that they should be aware of somebody doing something to them just to make them happy. Because if they are not aware of that, they will not really know how beautiful or how it is to be of sacrifice, of help to somebody or to please somebody. So we should also make them remind them all the time, ask them these questions. Do you feel happy when people sacrifice themselves to you or to sacrifice to do something to you? Ask them those questions. They'll really you help them in their own lives in future. So I really appreciate those who stop by this channel, this live stream today, and I'll say thank you guys so much for always stopping by. And I'm ending this live stream right now. So see you guys in my next live stream. Bye bye.